I'm back again, and this time I'm going to show you how I do my Microsoft Word template to actually make the magazine. Just like the Photoshop one, previously what I did was I took an old template from the month before and changed it from template 23 into template 24. Now I've also done the same with this Microsoft Office document here. I've changed it from edition 23 to 24, but it still has all of last month's information on it, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so this is January 2015. Well, I'm working on February now. So what I'm going to do is use exactly the same thing, and as soon as I open up the template, I automatically change it to template 24, and I put it on my desktop so I know exactly where it is and it's easy for me to get to. So the first thing I've probably got to do here is open up for the cover. So I'm going to open up my 2015, and I'm going to find my folder where I keep everything. Here, right here. Now here's my cover right here. And I'm going to bring up, oh, I know what I had to do. I had to insert a picture. See, I'm still running on fumes here this morning. Let me find that. I just think it's up here. I got a lot of stuff in my computer, obviously. So the first thing I need to do is bring up my documents because I keep all my folders in there. And I'm going to find my magazines. There they are. And bring up my 2015. Here is my cover right here. Now it's going to look pretty small until I move it around. I can stretch it out. But this blue doesn't match this blue. So I'm going to take a look at what I've got in the way of colors, and I'm going to change my styles for this month. So I'm going to take a look at my colors here, and I'm going to find a blue that I think might work. This blue seems to work very well. So I think I'll go with this solstice setting, and that'll automatically change everything in the magazine too, by the way. So I'm just going to expand this out. And there's my cover in for February. Pretty simple. And then I'll just make sure that it's even all the way around. Looks pretty good. And then I changed this from January to February. And I just put the cover in here. I do have a disclaimer in here because I know my magazines get shared, and anything that I see on the internet obviously has come from companies who write for us, or also from, you know, things that I find myself. So you really should think about having a disclaimer in the magazine. So I'm going to go here to January. I'm going to go to February. See, this is a time saver when you do it this way. I have a link to our Facebook community. And down here, when you've already put in this here, every month you only have to double click and open up your footer. And I change it to February. And then just double click outside. And there, I've already changed the majority of this work here. And I save a lot, so I'm just going to keep saving. And it is saving for me, which is great. So if my computer crashes or anything like that, I already have the information in there. So once we get going on this, I will use a framework for what I have and just fill it in. So I had a snowy background here for the contents for January, and I'm going to change that out. And I always try and find these pictures I take and now this is an idea. If you've got an eye for photography and you like really nice pictures, what I'll do is I'll take some, these trees were just completely frozen over because we live in Colorado and so we get a lot of snow on and off here. And I'll take some pictures of scenery and then I'll find a quote that I really like and I'll add it to that. And people tend to like that, you know, they like visual things. So these are my pictures and I have just one page every year for an editor's say. These are all in text boxes. See how easy these things are? I make up these graphics and sometimes I'll leave them in there, but these graphics all have links back to whatever I'm doing. Or if somebody is a writer, I have a team of writers now. I have 5 writers on my team, and every month they write something for me, whether it's a recipe or something else. I'll show you one of my articles right here. James is a permaculture specialist. He also does aquaponics, and he's just joined our team in the last couple of months. And he will send me in his article, and they have a time limit that they put the article in by. And what I do in return for them is that I help promote them. I will put a link to their website. They send me some beautiful pictures, as you can see. And I make this layout fairly simple because I find that the customers, our people, really like the simple layout. They tell me a lot that it looks like Mother Earth News used to be about 20 years ago. And they like the less commercials and advertising, and they like the simple look. So I stick with what I know works and what my clients like. So here's James' article, and at the end of the article, what I'll do too is I'll put a link to his Facebook page, but I give my writers the ability to have a full page advertisement for anything that they're doing, promotions, whatever, and I think that that's only fair, seeing they're writing me an article every month. And of course I link their graphics to their website. And this works out very well. As you can see, control click, you've got a link back to whatever your people are doing. This is another one of my writers. Vlad has a column every month. He does aquaponderings. What happens with this column is that people will write into me and they will say, I have a question. Who should I ask? Well, that's Vlad's job. He takes care of that. And he also has his own farm, and I link back to that. He writes excellent articles. Actually, all my writers do. They write excellent, excellent stuff. And James is quite humorous with some of his articles. So this month, what I've decided to do is I'll go back, and I'm going to leave this space because I have another writer that I want to push into the front. I rotate my writers so that they get the front or they get into the back. It just depends where we're at. So for now, I really don't do this contents until I'm done. And then I will split my page. See this little thing here? I pull this down and I'll use this part here for my contents, and then I use this to figure out where in my contents everything is. So the editor's say is on page 5, and I check and make sure that that's page 5, and then I'll write it in here. And I change this around every month too. So Dirt Worship may have gotten smaller print for that month, but come February I may have a bigger print like this. Just depends what you want to do. And then I'll pull this screen back up. So let's work on the contents. I can change the colorations, and I think I'll do, let's see, I go up here to format, and this month for color fill, let's do something like maybe this yellow, and then I'll put a green outline on it like that. And I can change it like that. Same with this. I'm going to actually put in a picture, and I think I've shown you how to do that before, but we can go over that again. So instead of filling with a color, I'm going to go to my pictures, and I'm going to look at something that I think may work. Let's see. Just depends, you know, because I got wintertime pictures in here. So let's take a look at what's in here. This is a local lake that we go to a lot. And I really like these kinds of settings. They just look great. So let's see what happens if I fill that in. Yeah, it's got my sun in it, so that's not going to work. And I'll fiddle with this. You can find your own pictures. I do encourage you to take some pictures and put them in, because people like this kind of visual appeal. So I'm going to go up here and take a look at what else I got in here. Yeah, we got a lot of cranes that come in. Change of season, they'll come in. Now I like that. Kind of looks cool. Because it's getting around the time when the sand cranes will come back. So I might leave that. But that doesn't match that background, so I'm going to change it back to a blue. So let's see. I'll do a light blue. And then I'll put this green around the edges there, and that kind of works. And then this, I will probably change to something I know will really work well, like the light green. And I'll do... Right now I have a really bright blue outline. Let's see if I can change that. And then the shadow effect, I have this brown. So let's do maybe that blue. And there's my change out. It looks pretty effective. I like that. Same with this here and here. Now I have lots of little pictures that I change out like this, and I'll put something else in. Insert a picture. Let's see what I can put in there. I have, as you can see, I have a whole stack of them in here. I can put other things in that I like to use. Let's see. Got produce in here. Maybe I'll put in, I have apples. Let's put in a tomato. Things that I can grow in aquaponics, like a tomato. I can grow this, I can grow tomatoes, I can grow strawberries. And I'll take this out and put another one in. Herbs. You can grow herbs. There you go. It's colourful and it's attractive and it looks nice. So they're the colorations I'm going to use for this month. And that's kind of small, so I can push this around. What you do, if the picture's too small, you go to the text box and you enlarge the text box like this. And then you can push your picture down like that. There you go. Nice. That's what I do every month. So now I'm going to take this picture out. I'm just going to press delete, get rid of it. I still have the original text box here, and I'm going to find something else in here that I know will work. And let's see what I have. I have been taking lots of pictures lately because the weather is just you know, the winter weather. I like the snowy look. So let's see what I've got in here. Winter storm. This is last year, but I have some from this year too. Let's take a look. Yeah, I know, isn't it beautiful? This is kind of what I get to see a lot of around here. Let me put this one in, I think. I might do this one. Put it in here. And then what I'll do is I'll probably go to the internet and I'll find a quote about wintertime or gardening or nature, something to do with that. And I will find a quote that'll work for this. Now if you're not happy with the colorations on this, you left mouse button click the format of the picture. Now you can change the brightness. See, I can do this. See how it changes? Or I can actually do a different color. So see this little box here? I can bring this down to, see, like that. Or I can change it into a purpley looking color. Or if you don't want that, you don't have to use it. So we'll go back to normal. And Word can be very useful too for changing out things like this. See the contrast? I can make this look really vivid, which I like. And then I can use a pink if I want to. But I don't think I want to do that. I want to keep it as natural as possible. Now close. I actually did like this contrast here. Now I can close it. So yeah, I made it brighter so you can see everything that's going on there. And that's pretty much how I do it. So I have a magazine article I think I want to put in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up something that's in my folders. And right now, this is my cover article. They haven't sent me their actual stuff yet, so I'm still looking at it. I'm going to look at this type of article, and I don't have a Microsoft Word, so I'm probably going to need to open up the article so I can look at it from another perspective. Let's see what I've got in here. I have a PDF. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to take out some of the articles out of here, because these are white papers that I use too, and I will probably open this up and take a look at what's in this article, because this comes from the United Nations, and not everybody that subscribes to us is from America. We have subscribers from all over the world, and some of them actually are from third world countries, and they need a little help with some of the information and technology that they have. So what we do is I'll find an article that I feel can work for everybody to have, and I'll take some information from here and I will use it as a white paper. So I may have a look at the most significant article subjects in here and take some of the most important ones. I'll even make pictures from these and I will put them in my magazine. And then I will have a link back to the original source for people, which is something I'll do. So I'll put it on a text document, and the first diagram link I'll have right here, and I will put that into my article, and I'll show you how I do that. Same thing here. Just highlight the article, open the hyperlink. This is for James. This is what I do for him to make sure I've got the right things going for him. See? And that's how I give people the magazine. So this is our second year edition. We've been going for a while now. And that's all I do. I'll show you another article. You can put in your own advertisements in this. That's a great thing about it. You can sell advertising space, and you can also put your own advertising in here. Every month I put something in called fish trivia, right? Because these are the kinds of fish that you can breed in aquaponics. The Women of Aquaponics. This was such a cute article because we used caricatures. As you can see, the format's fairly simple. Most of the pictures that I find from stock photos or something if they're not part of an article, or if my writers don't send them. I'll go look for stock pictures or free images and things like that. I create a lot of the images that we make. I made with this one I just had a light bulb and I put the fish and I put all the veggies in there. So if you're handy with this sort of thing, this is another one of my writers. And I have his website and his Facebook page in here for him. And he writes me an article about cold weather, as you can see. He had a little accident with snow, and again, he's allowed to have a full page article advertisement, and I think it works out really great. So you're actually offering your writers something that really inspires them to keep going. That's about it, really. If you have any questions, please write to us and we'll see what we can do to help you. But thank you for watching.